All right, we are now live and on the record for Tuesday afternoon's criminal docket, February 22nd, 2022. Okay, Mr. Litt here, you're here on what number?
Your Honor, good afternoon. It's CR 21-00702-I, State of Texas versus Linda D. GLaDOS.
Okay, and is Ms. GLaDOS present?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, was that her? Oh, there she is. Okay, so it's my understanding she's ready for a PTD placement?
That's correct, Your Honor. Attorney Lozano verified that it was e-filed with the court today, and we submitted everything to the state.
Okay, so the PTD placement will be done in person on March 3rd at 1:30.
Okay, Your Honor. That concludes my matter in this honorable court. We will see you in person.
Yes, Ms. GLaDOS will see you on March 3rd at 1:30 in person.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you.
And we'll get with you to tell you where to show up. It'll either be court 4 or one of the courts there on the 3rd floor.
Okay,
We'll let you know. Okay,
good, thank you.
thank you. Okay, Mr. Garza?
Yes, good afternoon, Your Honor. We're here on the protective order, P-0180-21-9.
Yes, that is number 49 on the court's docket. Ms. Saldana?
Yes, good afternoon, Judge. Rebecca Saldana for the state and the applicant. Judge, I messaged Mr. Villarreal, so I guess, I'm not sure what Mr. Garza's announcement was.
Yeah, my understanding is we were gonna agree to an extension based on the pending criminal matter transaction.
Okay, did your client get released from jail or is he still in jail?
Your Honor, he should be still in custody, Your Honor.
Okay, Deputy, can you please bring up Agapito Garcia? Do you have him there?
He's not on our list, Your Honor. The only Garcias we have is Alexis Garcia and Luis Garcia.
Okay. All right, then the court will approve the extension. Just get that filed and sent over to me.
Yes, Judge.
Yes, Your Honor. That's,
Go ahead and file it and you'll fill in the date, Judge, or?
Yes,
Okay, thank you, Judge.
thank you. Anything else?
that's all I have, Your Honor. May I be excused?
Yes, Mr. Tijerina, Attorney Juan Tijerina.
I'm here, Judge. Good afternoon. Your
Good
Honor,
afternoon.
I have several matters with you this morning. One of those being a jail case. My client does have a felony pending, so I would just be asking for more time.
Okay, what number is that on the court's docket?
Let me check, Judge. It is number 11.
All right, CR 18011158-I. Deputy, please bring up Obispo Hernandez.
He's present, Your Honor.
Okay, and what is, how much time are you requesting, Counselor?
Judge, if we can just have 30 days to get this matter, to get the felony resolved.
Okay, March 31st at 1:30.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, anything else?
I do, Judge, but they're non-jail. Would the court be taking announcements for non-jail or?
Yes.
Judge, I have number 28 on the docket.
CR 19077734-I, Daniela, Daniella, Irene De Leon. Is Ms. De Leon present?
I'm here.
Okay, what is your announcement, Counselor?
Judge, on this one, we have the paperwork, we have everything. Ms. De Leon lives out of the area. We just need her to come in so she can pay the fee to the DA's office and get her signed up. So if the court would just give me 30 days, we should be able to get that taken care of.
Okay, but has she been
Approved?
approved?
Yes, Your Honor. She has.
Okay, March 31st at 1:30, and that'll be in person.
Thank you.
Okay, you're excused, Ms. De Leon.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, next.
Judge, I have number 33 also on the court's docket, Your Honor.
CR 21-02057-I, Alejandro Ledesma, Ledezma. Is Mr. Ledesma present? Alejandro Ledesma, are you present?
Yes.
Okay, and what is your announcement, Counselor?
Judge, on this one, I'm just asking for more time to get the PTD submitted. My client had been out of town. He's back in town, so I just need him to come in the office so we can finalize that.
Okay, so I'm gonna set him for a status since it hasn't been submitted, and that'll be April 26th at 9:30.
Thank you, Your Honor. And then finally, Judge, I have number 34 on the court's docket.
Okay, Mr. Ledesma, we'll see you via Zoom on April 26th at 9:30. You're excused. Okay, CR 21-03-128-I, Romualdo, Romualdo Cantu Martinez, and I do see him on the screen. What is your announcement?
Judge, on this matter, I believe my client does qualify for PTD. We're waiting for the order on the occupational license to be able to submit that application. So we would just be asking for a status setting to get that taken care of.
Okay, so have you already had the hearing on the
I
occupational
have not,
license?
Judge. Everything's been submitted. I don't know what the holdup is, but I will follow up with the county court that has the occupational license so we can get that order signed. That's all that's pending.
Okay, April 26th at 9:30.
Thank you, Judge. I have nothing further, Your Honor. May I be excused?
You certainly may, and so is your client, but he can't hear us because he never connected to audio. You may want to call him.
I will, Judge. Thank you,
Okay,
Judge.
thank you.
Have a good
Mr.
day.
De Luna?
Good afternoon, Judge. I have number, it's on the 19 and 20, but he's from,
Okay.
he's in
All
custody.
right. Okay, Deputy, can you please bring up Juan Jesus Perea, Perea, CR 21-13715-I and CR 21-13716-I. Mr. De Luna, will you be substituting in for Mr. Cavazos?
I thought we had already done, I represent him. He's got a revocation, Judge, out of the 93rd that he's actually set for tomorrow. But I can substitute for all of them. I'll put them in this afternoon.
Yes, we don't have anything on file for these two.
Okay. Well, I
Okay.
represent him on these plus like I said, he's set on the 93rd tomorrow for his revocation.
Okay.
Motion to revoke.
And so Mr. Perea is here for an arraignment, is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay, Mr. Perea, English speaking or Spanish speaking?
I'm bilingual, Your Honor. English is fine.
Okay, raise your right hand. Do you swear that the testimony that you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
In CR 21-13715-I and CR 21-13716-I, the state of Texas versus Juan Jesus Perea, is that your true and correct name, sir?
Yes.
You're being charged with driving while intoxicated, a Class B misdemeanor that carries a potential penalty of up to 6 months in Hidalgo County Jail and up to a $2,000 fine upon conviction. On the failure to identify fugitive or intent to give false information, that is a Class A misdemeanor, sir, that carries a potential penalty of up to 1 year in Hidalgo County Jail and up to a $4,000 fine upon conviction. Do you understand the range of punishment for each offense of which you are charged, sir?
Yes, I do.
Sir, has any court ever declared you to be mentally incompetent, crazy, or insane? Sir, has any court ever declared you to be mentally incompetent, crazy, or insane?
No, ma'am.
Okay, counselor, in speaking with your client, do you find him to be mentally competent and able to assist you in his own defense?
He's competent, Your Honor.
Then the court will find that Mr. Perea is competent, able to assist his attorney in his own defense, and enters a plea of not guilty on each of the offenses of which he is charged with today. All right, how much time are you needing, counselor?
Well, he said for that revocation, we're probably gonna end up working them all out if we do at the same time. I can get maybe your next, maybe if I could get 30 days, but if we work something out by tomorrow or this week on that other case, they might, I can let the court know we can work them all out at the same time.
Okay, I'll set him for March 31st at 1:30. If you get anything sooner or resolved, let us know if it's necessary to have a hearing.
Okay,
All
Thank you.
right, anything else?
that's all I have, Judge. Maybe excuse.
The state has an announcement on the DWI, Mr. Lozano.
Yes, Your Honor, if the state would request an alcohol monitoring device for this defendant.
Okay, was there an accident on this case?
1 second, Your Honor. No, Your Honor.
Okay, was this his first DWI arrest?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, there being no accident and first DWI arrest, and at this time, the court is not requiring an alcohol monitoring device. If anything changes, we'll revisit the issue at that time. All right, then we'll see you back here March 31st at 1:30.
And if I get something worked out before, I'll let your staff know, Judge.
Okay, sounds good, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, Mr. Youngs.
Good afternoon, Judge. I'm here on number 41 on the docket.
Okay, CR 16-12495-I, State of Texas versus Isidro Tovar Jr. Is Mr. Tovar present?
Yes, he is. He's on Zoom.
All right, and what is the announcement, Counselor?
Yes, I'm standing in for Ms. Rocio, who's counsel for Mr. Tovar. Ms. Rocio is requesting the court for a 2-week continuance so that she can obtain federal documentation confirming that this case was tried concurrent with Mr. Tovar's federal incarceration. And Ms. Rocio will be providing this documentation to the state for further consideration in this matter.
Okay, so we can set it up for a status then. If you said 2 weeks, sir?
Yes, please, Your Honor.
Okay. We'll go ahead and do it. If she has it by March 8th at 9:30. And if she needs more time, let us know and we can set it another week out.
Excellent. Thank you, Judge. That's all I have before the court.
Okay, you and your client are excused.
Thank you, Judge. You have a great day.
Thank you, you too. Okay, Mr. Reyes?
Judge Rene Reyes for Luis Angel Mendez, number 35, 36, and 37. And he's logged in under Zoom user, Judge. There he is.
Okay, that is CR 20-3390-I, CR 211696-I, and CR 211697-I, State of Texas versus Luis Angel Mendez. Mr. Mendez, can you hear me? Okay, he's on mute, but I see him. Go ahead, Counselor.
Judge, I'm asking for additional time so I may sign up my client.
Okay, how much time do you need, Counselor?
Judge, about 3 weeks will do. Maybe I can do it sooner, but 3 weeks.
Okay, so the next plea date that I have closest to that is March 31st.
That's good, Judge.
And that'll be at 1:30 in person.
Great. 1:30 in person.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. You and your client are excused.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay, Mr. Ortegon?
Good morning, Judge. Good afternoon, Your Honor.
Good afternoon, sir.
I'm here on 8, 9, and 10 on the court's docket, Your Honor.
Okay, CR 21-08429-I, CR 21-08430-I, and CR 21-08431-I. State of Texas versus Jose Luis Hernandez. Deputy, can you please bring him forward? Okay, what's the announcement, Counselor?
Judge, on this case, for the court's information, the last time we were here, this honorable court did give them PR bonds on these cases, Your Honor. However, there are some pending felonies that we're waiting for the state to work out with us, Judge. We should be close to solution on that. Those cases, Your Honor, we do need a little bit more time, Judge.
Okay, how much time are you requesting, Counselor?
I would say about 3 weeks, Your Honor.
Okay, the closest date that I have to that is March 31st at 1:30.
That'll work, Your Honor.
Okay. Anything else?
That's all I have with this honorable court, Judge. May I be excused?
You certainly may.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Mr. Kennedy?
Good afternoon, Judge. I represent Alexis Garcia. I believe he has number 5 through 6.
Okay, CR 1908321-I, CR 2001755-I, State of Texas versus Alexis Fernando Garcia. Deputy, can you please bring him up? Okay, what's your announcement, Counselor?
Judge, on this case, he picked up another DWI, which he has not retained us on. And out of one of these old cases, he had a felony, which we ended in the 3/7, which we ended up withdrawing on, and he got Jorge Zamora as his court-appointed attorney. And I think what happened is we just never withdrew on these misdemeanor cases. So I'm asking the court, I'm going to file a motion to withdraw on these cases, Your Honor.
Okay, so what is the new filing on the other DWI? Do you know, Mr. Lozano?
Yes, Your Honor, CR 22-01457I.
Okay.
Number 4 on the docket, Judge.
Oh, it's also on here? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So then, were you retained on these cases or appointed?
We had been retained back in 2020 on these two cases, but and a felony, but we withdrew on the felony. And I think we just forgot to withdraw on the misdemeanor.
Okay, Mr. Garcia, at this time, are you requesting that an attorney be appointed to you, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Mr. Damian, I don't know if you have it pulled up as to who's next on the wheel.
Let me check that, Judge.
Thank you.
It's going to be Juan Tijerina.
Okay. So, Mr. Garcia, your new attorney appointed to you is Juan Tijerina. And we will forward your new information to him, okay?
Who was Mr. Patrick Kennedy?
Yes, Mr. Kennedy has informed the court that he is withdrawing from your cases,
Oh,
okay? So we will assign Mr. Tijerina and we'll give you a quick reset to March the 10th at 1:30.
You want me to file an order, Your Honor?
Yes, please file an order withdrawing
Okay,
and we'll get that appointment sent out.
thank you, Judge.
Okay, anything else?
No, Judge, may I be excused.
You certainly may.
Thank you, Judge. Have a good day.
Okay, thank you. All right, Ms. Gutierrez?
Good afternoon, Your Honor. I have numbers 30, I think 31 and 32 on the docket, and my client, Mr. Garcia, is listed as Adrian 2.
Okay, that's CR 21-10807-I and CR 20-10356-I, State of Texas versus Rodolfo Palomo Garcia the third. And can you hear me, sir? Okay, you're on mute. All right.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Ms. Gutierrez, your announcement?
Yes, Your Honor. So we had set this for a plea. However, when I spoke with my client, this has all happened before we got the discovery. When I talked to my client, he says he really doesn't recall the incident occurring in the way that the written discovery shows. We did submit a USB last Monday. And so I'd ask for just a little bit of time. I anticipate it will still be a plea, but out of an abundance of caution, I'm going to wait for the video so that I can review it with my client and make sure that this is the right wrap for him.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set you for a status on March the 29th. And that way, if it's still a plea, we can hear you that Thursday in person, because since we're doing pleas in person, I don't want to set you for a plea, make you come down and then,
Very well, Your Honor.
So we'll do March the 29th at 9:30. And if by some reason you have an answer as to whether or not it'll be pled before then, let us know and we'll set you on an in-person plea docket.
Very well, Your Honor. Appreciate that.
Okay, anything else?
Nothing further, Your Honor, before this honorable court. Can Mr. Garcia and myself be excused? I'm not sure if he might be trying to say something. Mr. Garcia, were you going to say something?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. You have a good day.
Thank you.
You too.
Okay, I know Mr. Sepulveda is ready for a plea. Is that correct?
Yes, Judge.
Okay, let me just see. Mr. Alanis, what do you have, sir?
Good afternoon, Your Honor. I have number 13 and 14, Pedro Elias Lucio on the docket. We're asking for 30 days, Your Honor. His
Okay.
felony case is coming up tomorrow.
All right, CR 21-10760-I, CR 21-10759-I, State of Texas versus Pedro Elias Lucio. Deputy, please bring up Mr. Lucio.
He's present, Your Honor. He's a Spanish speaker.
Okay, Ms. Castaneda, please let him know that because of his felony pending, he'll return on March 31st at 1:30.
That's all I have, Your Honor. May I be excused?
You certainly may.
Thank you
And
very
Ms.
much, Your Honor.
Ms. Castaneda?
Señor Lucio, su próxima corte va a ser el día 31 de marzo a la 1:30 de la tarde.
Okay, that's all, Deputy. He's excused. Okay, and let me go ahead, let me see. Mr. De Leon, Juan De Leon, who is your attorney? You're on mute, sir.
Mauricio.
Mauricio Martinez, okay, your attorney is in trial, sir. They called us and let us know. What number is he on the court's docket? My staff,
29, Judge.
29, Your Honor.
okay, that is CR 21-02620-I. Let me see, I'm gonna set you for a status because I don't, or unless, Mr. Lozano, can you let me know, did his PTD packet get submitted?
Let me check, Your Honor. No, Your Honor, it hasn't been submitted.
Okay, I'm gonna give you a status date, Mr. De Leon, and this is a status. It'll be on April 26th at 9:30 via Zoom. Please inform your attorney that your packet must be submitted before then if you're still going to apply for PTD.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, anything else, sir?
No,
Okay, thank you. You have a good day.
likewise. Thank you.
Okay, Nadia Coronado.
Right here, Judge.
Okay, Ms. Coronado, who is your attorney?
Sunny Palacios.
Okay, I don't know if you want to contact him, but he has not checked in.
Oh, wow. They sent me the message yesterday.
Okay, well, we're
Yeah,
about
to
to
verify. Let
finish.
me-
I only have
Okay, let
two more
me send him a
announcements.
message. Yeah, and see
Okay.
where he may.
Mr. Trumpy, was Mr. Alvarez going to log on?
I'm not sure. I talked to his son about 12 o'clock and he sent me this link. I thought he was. I don't know. I told
Okay.
him, I texted him and told him that I'm on this, Your Honor.
Okay, let me go ahead and have my staff contact his office.
Okay.
We'll get back on. Okay, go ahead. They can contact him. Let me take up Mr. Sepulveda's plea. And that way we can dismiss Mr. Sepulveda and his client. All right, Deputy, can you please bring up Luis Garcia?
He's present, Your Honor. He's Spanish speaking.
All right, Miss Castaneda, Mr. Garcia is Spanish speaking. So please have him raise his right hand.
Señor García, por favor, levanta su mano derecha.
Do you swear that the testimony that you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Jura que el testimonio que está a punto de dar es la verdad, toda la verdad y nada más que la verdad. Yes.
Tell him he can lower his hand.
¿Puede bajar su mano?
NCR 22-01-447-I, State of Texas versus Luis Garcia. Is that your true and correct name, sir?
En el estado de Texas, en contra de Luis García, ¿ese es su nombre correcto y verdadero?
Sí.
Yes.
You're being charged with assault causing bodily injury to a family member, a Class A misdemeanor. That Class A misdemeanor carries a potential penalty of up to 1 year in Hidalgo County Jail and up to a $4,000 fine upon conviction. Do you understand the range of punishment that you can receive, sir, for the offense of which you are charged?
Señor García, está usted frente a la corte por un cargo de asalto causando lesiones corporales a un miembro de la familia, un delito, una ofensa menor clase A. Una ofensa menor clase A tiene una multa potencial hasta de 1 año en la cárcel del condado de Hidalgo y una multa de hasta $4,000 por convicción. ¿Entiende usted el rango de castigo que puede recibir por el delito que está acusado? Yes.
You have a right to an attorney and the right to a trial by jury. You can waive one or both of those rights by signing a written document with the court. Did you have an opportunity to review the document with your attorney before signing it?
Tiene usted el derecho de un abogado y el derecho para un juicio por jurado, pero puede renunciar a uno o a dos de sus derechos firmando un documento con esta corte. ¿Tuvo usted una oportunidad de revisar esos documentos con su abogado antes de firmar? Yes.
Then the court will accept your waiver of trial by jury. Sir, has any court ever declared you to be mentally incompetent, crazy, or insane?
¿Alguna corte lo ha declarado mentalmente incompetente, loco o demente? No.
Counselor, in speaking with your client, do you find him to be mentally competent and able to assist you in his own defense?
He's competent, Judge.
The court will make a finding that the defendant is competent and able to assist his attorney in his own defense. Sir, do you understand that if the punishment that I assess does not exceed what's recommended by the state, you will need this court's permission if you decide to file an appeal?
¿Me entiende usted que si el castigo que voy a evaluar, si el castigo no excede la recomendación del Estado, usted va a necesitar el permiso de esta corte si decide presentar una apelación?
I can't hear him. Deputy, can you have him speak up?
He says he did not understand, ma'am. Can you he needs to hear the question.
¿Entiende usted que si el castigo que voy a evaluar, si el castigo no excede la recomendación del Estado, usted va a necesitar el permiso de esta corte si decide presentar una apelación? ¿Entendió eso, sí o no?
Sí.
Yes.
Okay, and do you further understand that I don't have to accept the state's recommendation?
Y también entiende que la corte no tiene que aceptar la recomendación del Estado, ¿sí o no?
Sí.
Yes.
Sir, are you a U.S. citizen?
¿Es usted un ciudadano americano?
No.
No.
Okay, sir, if you're not a U.S. citizen, then entering a plea or no contest will result in your deportation, exclusion or admission from our country, and denial of naturalization under U.S. federal law. Understanding the consequences of your plea, do you still want to move forward today?
Si usted no es ciudadano americano, entonces esta petición va a resultar en su deportación, expulsión de este país y negación de la naturalización. Sabiendo las consecuencias de su petición hoy, ¿quiere proceder?
No.
No.
Judge, if I may, Judge, I did sit down and explain to him, Judge, I'm fluent in Spanish, Judge, and I told him that it could affect him. Probably right now they don't have a hold on him, so,
Right.
but there was a possibility in the future that it could affect his status here.
Okay. Just let him know that there's not a hold on him right now, but like his attorney advised him, in the future, it may have a consequence on him.
Sí, señor García, su abogado le explicó que ahorita no le afecta, pero le puede afectar en el futuro. ¿Su abogado le explicó eso?
Sí.
Yes.
Okay, and
Thank you,
does he
Judge.
just want to go ahead and move forward today?
Y sabiendo eso, quiere proceder con su petición de hoy.
Okay. Sí. Thank you, Judge.
Yes, okay. Then NCR 22-01447-I, State of Texas versus Luis Garcia, to the offense of assault causing bodily injury on a family member, a Class A misdemeanor. How do you plead, sir? Guilty or not guilty?
Señor García, en su caso de un asalto causando lesiones corporales a un miembro de la familia, una ofensa menor clase A, ¿cómo se declara, culpable o no culpable?
Vale.
Guilty.
Then the court, and are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily?
¿Se está usted declarando culpable libre y voluntariamente?
Sí.
Yes.
Then the court will accept your plea as being freely and voluntarily given, and I'll call for state's evidence at this time.
Your Honor, state offers plea documents and offense reports as State's Exhibit 1, notification and certification of defendant's right of appeal as State's Exhibit 2, waiver of Article 3914 disclosures as State's Exhibit 3, waiver of risk and needs assessment as State's Exhibit 4. State would also request defense counsel stipulate to the venue and jurisdiction of this honorable court and stipulate that the evidence that has been e-filed is sufficient to corroborate a plea of guilty.
We have no
Okay,
objection. We have no objection, Judge, and we'll stipulate.
There being no objection from the defense counsel and so stipulated as to the exhibits are hereby admitted and approved. Therefore, in CR 22-01-447-I, State of Texas versus Luis Garcia, it is the judgment of the court, sir, that you are guilty as charged. Ms. Castañeda?
En el estado de Texas contra Luis García por un caso de asalto causando lesiones corporales a un miembro de la familia, la corte, es la sentencia de la corte que es culpable de los cargos.
And what is the state's recommendation?
Your Honor, the state recommends a $100 fine, court costs, 1 year Hidalgo County Jail, probated for 16 months, the Batter's Intervention Prevention Program, stay away from the victim, Araceli Serna, and restitution's open. The state would be requesting a restitution hearing.
Okay, any questions or requests on behalf of your client, counselor?
Judge, we'd just like to give the phone number to the probation department, Judge. It's 563-3100. And to have Mr. Garcia, please tell him notify to report tomorrow, Judge. If you please can do that.
Okay, Ms. Castañeda, please let him know what Mr. Sepúlveda just stated.
Señor García, se va a tener que reportar usted con el departamento de probation.
Tomorrow.
Mañana.
Okay.
And the phone number is 563-3100.
El número de teléfono es el 563-3100.
Sí.
Yes.
Okay, the court will waive the fine and the court costs and the recommendation I will follow. And what is our restitution hearing date?
March 10th, Judge, is going to be the best date.
Okay, March 10th at 9:30.
Thank you, Judge. Y'all stay safe.
Okay, thank you.
Bye-bye.
And Mr. Garcia, can you ask him for a phone number if he remembers?
Señor García, ¿tiene usted un número de teléfono?
Sí. 956-563-3100.
956-563-3100.
Wait, oh, that's his phone number.
Yes, ma'am. That's the number I was giving him,
Oh,
Judge.
okay,
I was
I'm
giving
sorry.
it to Connie, Judge.
Okay, Ms. Soto, that's his phone number, 956-563-3100. Got
Thanks,
it.
Judge. Bye.
Okay.
Take care.
Thank you. All right,
Bye-bye.
that's all, Deputy.
Bye-bye.
Okay, I saw Mr. Alvarez get on. Okay, Mr. Alvarez, on Mr.
Good.
Trumpy, what are we doing today?
Judge, he is set for a plea, but we don't have the paperwork ready. So I'm gonna have to do a short reset.
All right, how much time, Counselor?
2 weeks.
All right, March 10th at 1:30, and that'll be in person.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Trumpy.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, you have a good day.
Yeah, you too.
Okay, Ms. Coronado, did you get a hold of Mr. Palacios?
I called, I sent him a message and then I called the office. Then I told him that we're on, so.
Okay.
I don't know.
Mr. Shriver, which case were you here on, sir?
Good afternoon, Your Honor. I was here on Rito Molina.
Okay,
So that he was a jail case this afternoon with Mr. Alvarez.
he was a jail case. Okay, that was on
Yes.
Mr. Alvarez's.
And he's a Spanish speaker as well, Your Honor.
Okay. Did Mr. Alvarez stay on this case or did Ms. Connett stay on this case?
I think it was Mr. Alvarez who stayed on all of them.
Okay,
He does have a
And-
felony pending as well, Your Honor.
okay. When, and we just lost Mr. Alvarez, so, let me see if, Mr. Damon, can you contact him to get back on that he still had one more client?
Yes, ma'am, will do.
Okay. Deputy, they're gonna try to get a hold of him right now to get back on, okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, Deputy, do you also have Mr. Ceja with you?
Yes, Your Honor. I still got 4 pending.
Okay, so that would be, what I have pending is Mr. Ceja, Mr. Molina, and that's it.
I also have Dwayne Ruiz and Mario Torres.
Okay, Dwayne Ruiz has been reset to March 8th at 1:30. His attorney is in federal court.
And then I also have Lara Jonathan.
Okay, and Mr. Torres has been also reset to March 8th at 1:30. And you said who else?
Jonathan Lara?
Jonathan Lara.
Number 12, Your Honor.
Okay, March 8th at 1:30. His attorney's in federal court.
Okay, Your Honor.
Okay, and so we're just waiting on Mr. Ceja should be the only one left and Mr. Molina.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
Judge, if I may,
Yes.
on Mr. Ceja, I saw that he had a dismissal signed on the 7th of this month.
Is it on this case?
Yes.
Mr. Lozano, are you showing that on CR 21-10061-I, there's a dismissal that's been filed on this one?
Yes, Your Honor, that's correct.
Okay. Have I signed off on it or has it been sent to my queue?
Judge, you signed it on the 7th?
Yes, Your Honor, that's correct.
Okay. So, Deputy, on this one for Mr. Ceja, his dismissal on this case was signed on March 7th.
So he's reset to March 7th.
No. I'm sorry, February 7th. I signed it on February 7th. The case he has with me, this one was dismissed on February the 7th.
Okay, Your Honor.
So he
on
still has
the-
he's in there on a felony, no?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so for this case, he's done. So he can be sent back.
Thank you, Your Honor. So the only one pending is
Molina.
Molina Rito.
Yes.
Okay.
And I believe, I don't. Did you get a hold of Mr. Alvarez? Okay, Mr. Palacios, number 26 and number 27 on the court's docket, CR 14-10181-I, CR 14-10182-I, State of Texas versus Nadia Coronado. Ms. Coronado is present. And what are we going to do on these cases?
Good afternoon, Judge Sonny Palacios, Ms. Coronado. Judge, as you can recall, last hearing, I let the court know that I was still trying to get a hold of Mr. Rodriguez and Mr. Garza. I have bumped into Mr. Rodriguez several times. However, we have not had the time to actually sit and talk. I'm asking for just to get past this season, judges, if I can get past maybe 3-4 weeks.
I'm going to set her for a status on March 29th at 9:30.
That'll be perfect, Judge.
Okay.
Thank you, Judge. That's all I have before this honorable court. May I be excused?
Yes, you and your client are excused.
Thank you, Judge. Y'all be safe. Have a great day.
Mr. Alvarez, I'm going to recall, Deputy, if you can get Rito Molina. It's CR 20-08-405-I, CR 21-02-968-I, CR 22-00848-I, and CR 22-00849-I.
Your Honor, he is a Spanish speaker, Your Honor.
Okay.
English.
I need to arraign him, Mr. Alvarez, on the last two, on the evading arrest and the resisting arrest.
Excuse me, Your Honor. He said he is an English speaker. I'm sorry.
Okay. Mr. Molina, can you please raise your right hand?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you swear that the testimony that you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
You may lower your hand. In CR 22-00848-I and CR 22-00849-I, State of Texas versus Rito Molina Jr. Is that your true and correct name?
Yes, ma'am.
You're being charged with evading arrest, detention, a Class A misdemeanor, and a resisting arrest, search, or transport, also a Class A misdemeanor. A Class A misdemeanor carries a potential penalty of up to 1 year in Hidalgo County Jail and up to a $4,000 fine upon conviction. Do you understand the range of punishment that you can receive, sir, for the offenses of which you are charged?
Yes, ma'am.
Sir, has any court ever declared you to be mentally incompetent, crazy, or insane?
No, ma'am.
Counselor, in speaking with your client, do you find him to be mentally competent and able to assist you in his own defense?
I do, Your Honor.
Then the court will find that Mr. Molina is competent and able to assist his attorney in his own defense and enters a plea of not guilty on each of the offenses of which he is charged today. And what do you want to do, Mr. Alvarez?
Your Honor, we ask the court to consider giving him a PR bond on both charges with AIP.
Okay, what says the state?
1 second, Your Honor. Your Honor, he has a $10,000 bond on the possession of controlled substance at the felony level. The state could agree to a $2,000 cash surety bond.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do, he's already has that other felony that has a cash surety bond. I'm gonna go ahead and issue a $2,000 PR bond on each of these with AIP conditions if he's able to get out on that other felony. And also, I'm just pending your notice of appearance and your motion for substitution, Mr. Alvarez. And what do you want to do on the other two cases on the hot check? Mr. Schreiber's here on the other side.
What is defendant are we talking about now, Judge?
It's the same defendant, Mr. Molina, that you were going to request a jury trial. Are you still requesting a jury trial on that matter?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, just file your order setting hearing on the jury trial so we can get you set as soon as possible since he's a jail case.
Very good, Your Honor. Thank you.
And that'll be on both of his theft of property, correct?
We'll do that, Your Honor.
Okay, then we'll go ahead and get, we'll wait for your order setting jury trial on that and on the other two cases I just arraigned him on. I'm just needing your notice of appearance and your motion for substitution. And I'm gonna set those for a status on March the 31st at 1:30. And you can let me know at that time. That'll be in person.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, anything else?
That's all I have, Your Honor. May I be excused?
Yes.
Right, can I say something?
Only with the permission of your attorney, sir.
May I say something, attorney, please? May I say something, sir?
No, don't say anything. I'll go see you. Don't say anything.
You haven't seen me yet.
Yeah, I know, but I can't talk to you over the phone. All right?
Okay, all right, all right.
All right, Mr. Schreiber, Deputy, thank you for your service, and that's all.
Thank you, Your Honor. Y'all have a good day.
You too. Okay, Mr. Schreiber, anything else?
That's all I have, Your Honor. May I be excused?
You certainly may.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay, let's go over. Mr. Martinez's case has already been called, but he can't hear me because he doesn't have his audio on. So, okay, let's go over the docket. Okay, do we have anything on number 1 and number 2?
No, ma'am, no announcements. Number 2 doesn't have an attorney appointed to them, so I don't think they got notice.
Okay, so okay, we need to assign the attorneys for this one and I think the ones in the morning. So we'll look at the wheel right now.
Yes, ma'am.
Your Honor,
Okay.
if I may?
Yes.
For number 1 has a companion case, and I clicked on the companion case, and that one has a reset date of March the 3rd.
Okay. At what time?
At 9:30.
Okay, reset this case for that time as well.
Thank you.
Okay, number 30. That one is the one that was ready, but we're gonna reset it for March the 10th at 1:30. And what about number 38? Did anybody call in?
No, ma'am.
Okay. And 39? and
That one was
40.
exception
Oh,
number
those are
4.
gonna be reset to March 10th at 1:30.
Yes, ma'am.
Make sure you let their office know
Already
that it'll
done,
be
ma'am.
in person.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and number 50, did anybody call in? All right. Can you please call out the names on those that did not show up?
Yes, ma'am. Jose Luis Nieto, Jose Nieto, Jose Nieto. Morima Ann Navarro, Morima Navarro, Morima Navarro.
Okay, what does the state say of those no-show defendants?
Your Honor, state requests that a judgment in eyesight be granted, a KPS issued, and all bonds forfeited for these no-show defendants.
Okay, that'll be done. That's granted. We've concluded this afternoon's docket.